This week's matchup, a true rivalry matchup. In the Parkland Conference tonight, it's the battle for New Berlin. New Berlin West playing host to New Berlin Eisenhower. From New Berlin West High School, good evening, everyone. With Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you. Glad you're along for another edition of the Friday Night Rivals here on My 24. And this is a big one. This means a lot. You live in the community. You know what this means. New Berlin West, New Berlin Eisenhower.
Referred to as the battle for National Avenue, and it's one where both coaches have the same line. It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. Don't predetermine how it's going to turn out.
We're going to see something tonight that we don't see very often at all in football anymore, single wing by New Berlin West.
And the problem with a single wing, getting ready for it, you can't run it as well as the team that you're going to be playing. And so you don't get quite that look, and it takes a while to adjust to all the different looks, the formations, spinners, and counters. It's a tough, deep offense to have to play.
Eisenhower comes in with a record of 1-3. West comes in with a record of 3-1. Kind of a turning of the tables, I guess you could say.
Eisenhower, for a number of years, had the upper hand. Last year, West came out with a win, and so tonight, pivotal for where they are in the conference standings. And so we're hoping to have just a really tight, fun game.
Talking with Coach Chosik before the ball game, and put that state semi run last year to rest. It's a different team this year. They're focused only on one night at a time, and that's tonight's game.
Right. They got hot in the playoffs, got all the way to the semifinals against Monroe, where they ran into a real powerhouse.
Let's take a look at some of the players we're going to keep an eye on tonight. We'll start first offensively for New Berlin Eisenhower. A couple of youngsters on offense.
Vidal Spivey, dual threat in terms of both catching the ball as well as running it. And then Mason Gell, their leading rusher for Eisenhower, has been kind of the mainstay of their offense.
Defensively, a pair of seniors.
Ryan Kisting, the second leading tackler on the team at his linebacker position, and Tommy Pera, the leading tackler for the Lions.
I don't think we've ever done this in the years we've done a football game, but offensively for New Berlin West, we're going to talk about their entire offensive line.
Coach Chosik said this is something he wanted to do. He said, we run for a lot of yards, and the reason that happens is due in great part to our offensive line.
And because of that offensive line, you've got running back Sean Ryan feature, the junior.
He's run for over 600 yards so far this season. So they're doing their job.
Defensively, another good one out there at defensive end, Jake Wesolowski.
Yeah, Wesolowski really holds that edge, does a fantastic job. And Ty Haggerty at linebacker is the guy responsible for calling all the defenses.
Should be a fun ball game here tonight. Should be a good atmosphere. Great crowd on hand for this one tonight here at New Berlin West High School. When we come back, Mike McGivern will talk with both head football coaches as we continue from New Berlin West High School. It's the Friday Night Rivals on My 24.
Welcome back to the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Planet Fitness. I am Mike McGivern alongside the two head coaches tonight from New Berlin Eisenhower, Matt Kern and Ben Chosick from New Berlin West. Matt, I'm going to start with you. Good to see you again. Young team, got a win last week. Wondering, with a team as young as this is, things start to slow down mid-season or so. How are you feeling about this group?
Yeah, I think that's well said. I mean, I think we knew early on we were going to have to get we have sophomore quarterback and a lot of young guys, so it was going to take some time for them to settle in. And I would say it's pretty much been as expected in terms of just that gradual improvement that we've been hoping to see each week.
You know, Coach, as a basketball coach, sometimes you have a lot of seniors that graduate, and you have to coach different, right? Now, all of a sudden, you got to go back, and the kids don't understand the speed and the strength and what the practices are like. And your staff is a veteran staff. It's kind of fun sometimes to have to go back to these young kids because their eyes are bright, and to be able to coach them up. Are you guys having fun with this?
Yeah, we are, and it's like you were sitting in our off-season meetings because that's something we talked about a lot. Was this is going to be a team where we're really going to get to coach and we're really going to get back to just teaching, a lot of fundamentals, a lot of basics, and yeah, it's been rewarding to watch the growth and knowing that we got a lot of guys who haven't hit their ceiling yet. That's
awesome. Coach Chosick, it's good to see you. Thanks for having us here tonight. Hey, let's talk about your team. 3-1. Feeling pretty good about this group?
Well, we've been able to get off to a good start. We've played some good competition. I've been happy with the progress we've made to this point.
So I kidded with you. We're going to start calling you Air Chosick. Over-under tonight is 3, and I'm taking the under. You guys have had a lot of success running the ball, and the offensive line is playing really well right now.
Yeah, it's a veteran group. You know, we had a number of kids that played a lot last year come back, and so kind of picked up a little bit where we left off and really excited about what they're doing to pave those holes.
Hey, guys, Friday Night Rivals. That's the name of this show. And when you play when New Berlin West plays New Berlin Eisenhower, it is one of those true crosstown rivalry games. Any different feel at practice for the West week?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, I think we're probably one of the smaller communities that has 2 high schools. So I think the one unique thing is a lot of these kids know each other. They played a lot of baseball together, a lot of basketball together. They hang out and do a lot of stuff socially. And the world is small with social media. So I think it's more, I think our guys just more or less just get a kick out of playing with guys they know more than anything.
Yeah, hey, same question. And, you know, you guys are friends, and I don't know if you talked the week of when you play Ike that week, but I would think that the players, you know, might be a little smack talk. It's, you know, who's going to own New Berlin for this time. Any difference as far as your practices?
Well, I think the kids certainly get excited. You know, like Matt said, they're playing their buddies that they've known their whole life. It's always fun to get out and play your friends and to do those types of things.
That's awesome. Guys, we're going to cut you loose. Other side of the break, John Weiser, Terry Kelly will get you the call of the game only on My 24.
This time, football fans, to honor America and those fighting for our freedom, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats. For the performance of our national anthem, tonight it will be performed by 8th grade student Miss Layla Hill.
Layla Hill, an 8th grader at New Berlin Middle School, will perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well done by Layla Hill, an 8th grader here in New Berlin. Outstanding. That's going to get this rivalry game off to a good start.
Right, and a nice crowd on hand this evening, and we're really looking forward to it.
Tonight's coin toss ceremony brought to you by the United States Army. Be all you can be. Captains for both teams at center field.
Heads, you've won the toss. We'd like to defer. They defer. Eisenhower's won the toss, and they defer to the second half. You want the football then, right? All right, which way do you want to kick? All right, so put your backs to that goalpost. You guys put your backs to that goalpost. Yeah, that's good. You don't have to walk too far back. All right, West is going to receive opposite the scoreboard. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck.
So we'll get a look at that single wing early on here tonight. Our coin toss ceremony brought to you by the United States Army. Be all you can be. Teeing it up for the Lions, Luke Buckerman. Buckerman had a couple of field goals against Pius last week. It's our Liuna kickoff, brought to you by Liuna Local 113. Kick off your career with Liuna Local 113. The battle for National Avenue, renewed again here tonight. Vikings in blue, Lions in white, and we are underway. Out across the 20, 25, up the middle, breaking it outside to the 50-yard line. Jack Chasko on kick returns. He is dangerous, brought down by Tayson Martin.
Chasko, the starting free safety on defense. They give him a taste of the ball, letting him return kicks. So I think the fans at home are going to get an interesting start to this game, as you mentioned, the single wing.
And here's the look. That offense spearheaded by the quarterback, Sean Ryan, who's actually a running back. He'll take the direct snap. And this is actually, Wesolowski will take it in. Nolan Seidel, the defensive lineman there to make the stop. First team all-conference a season ago. 690 yards this season for Wesolowski as we take a look at the Lions defense. Good one at that. Ryan Kisting, 22 tackles. He is the captain of that defense. Gain of about 6, I should say. 2nd and 4, and busting his way through Brady Wochuk. Honorable mention, all conference, gets the first down, brought down by Max Clean.
For the start of our game, our statistician, Andy Spitzer, asked me about who's the quarterback, and I said it's going to be a little different tonight. You can't tell which of the two guys standing side by side initially going to get the ball, and then off of that they have all kinds of different motions and handoffs.
Our first downs are brought to you by Best Electric Service. Best Electric Service, connect with the best. 1st and 10 from the 38. Sean Ryan still on his feet and wrestled down at the 15-yard line. 30-yard scamper that time. Brady Kopp, the safety, chopped him down.
Well, in the backfield with Wesolowski and Ryan, you've got two guys that have both gone for over 600 yards on the season already.
So it sets them up in the Bryant and Stratton College red zone. Wesolowski inside the 10 to the 9. Brought down by Mason Gell, the outside linebacker for the Lions.
Well, at 6'3", 215 pounds, Wesolowski has excellent size, and he's just an extremely hard runner.
They'll look to the sideline for the play call. Ben Veit is the offensive coordinator for Ben Chosick's staff. 2nd and 5 from just inside the 10. Wesolowski breaks free. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, you can see why Coach Chosick wanted us to introduce his offensive line. They've been opening excellent holes for those backs to run through.
They are into that 2nd and 3rd level right from the snap. Look at all those blue shirts up into the linebacking core, paving the way for Wesolowski. That's his 9th touchdown of the season.
Extra point formation is what everybody calls the swinging gate. If you don't react to it well, they'll go for 2 out of it.
Jacob Tahiri.
Hey, I'm going to ask you this time.
He will get it away, and it is good. Barely 3 minutes in. And it's a 7-0 Viking lead as they take advantage of the kickoff return to midfield and march at 50 yards.
Well, as the coaches mentioned in their interview with Mike, New Berlin Eisenhower, very young. They start 6 sophomores total and a freshman. They've only got 2 returning starters from a year ago.
Let's head downstairs. Our first visit tonight with Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Nate Janicek. He is the president of Best Electric. Hey, this time of year, what are you guys busiest with?
It's the electric vehicle charging. We've got a ton of them coming in, a lot of people buying them. It's great work. We're always looking forward to it.
Keeping you guys busy.
Absolutely, yeah. We're keeping everybody busy throughout the fall and ramping up for the winter.
So I miss having your dad here, but a pretty big reason why he's gone, you know, the fact that your mom has stayed with this boy 39 years, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're both saints, and they'll both tell you that. But, yeah, it's great. They're out to dinner, and they're enjoying it, which is always a positive.
39 years, happy anniversary, Bruce. Boys, back to you.
Thank you to the Janziks and Best Electric, picking up sponsorship again this season. We appreciate that. Jacob Tahiri will have our Liuna Local 113 kickoff. Back deep, Udell Spivey and Mason Gell. This will go to Spivey. He'll fake the reverse. Across the 25 to the 27. Spivey with the return, brought down by Tyler Hegarty on special teams for the Vikings. And so we'll get our first look at the offense tonight for New Berlin Eisenhower. Jared Hall, a sophomore at quarterback. We mentioned that. Mason Gell, the junior running back, along with Brady Kopp, a junior. Pair of seniors on that right side of the offensive line. From the gun, 1st and 10 from the 27. And they'll swing it out to Gell. And it's read well by the Viking defense. He'll be stopped behind the line. There'll be a loss of 4 on the play. Sean Ryan, honorable mention all-conference at outside linebacker, there on the stop.
Excellent pursuit that time by the Vikings, and one of the things we said would be a key to this game for Eisenhower, their young players can't get awed by the rivalry.
Wesolowski, the defensive end, Wojcik, the inside linebacker, and Jack Chasko highlighting that defense for the Vikings. 2nd and 13 from the 24. pitch it, nowhere to go. Gell stuffed again. This time Jack Wesolowski stayed home on that defensive end position to shut that play down.
When we introduce players to watch, we mentioned Wesolowski really holds that edge, played off well, went from the inside out to that pitch man.
Lost back to the 20. Sets up as 3rd and 17. Two receivers, single coverage either side. Spivey now in motion. They'll roll Hill. All throws outside. Catch is made, close to a first down. Late penalty flag thrown. Spivey on the catch, and it was Benitez on the tackle, but
We also have a flag on the play.
is it Ville? Ville made the catch, excuse me. Just watching that penalty flag rain down on that far sideline.
Ville is someone that Coach Chosick mentioned he feared. He's only a sophomore, but he was a starter last year on the basketball team at Eisenhower. Very good size, 6'3".
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Number 25, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Add 15 more. That will march it into Viking territory, just short of the midfield stripe. Here's another look. He had already made his way both feet to the chalk. And that's why Hegarty was flagged. From the 49, fresh set of downs for the Lions. Two receivers here to the near side. Ball looks right, now scrambles left. He'll take it upfield, 45-40 down the far sideline, inside the 35-yard line. 16-yard run that time, Brady Wochuk able to take him down. Once again, here's Mike.
Hey guys, listen to the offensive coaches here on the west side. Really happy with that offensive line, that first drive. Talked about some of the changes they think Ike might do the second time they get the ball, but for right now, really happy with that offensive line, boys.
So far, so good here for the Lions up front, too. After inauspicious start, 2 straight losses, they've been able to march the football to the 37. 1st and 10 for New Berlin Eisenhower. They want to send Gell in motion. And a mix-up on the handoff, and Hall's going to go down. He was looking right. The running back went left. Jack Wesolowski, his second tackle for a loss tonight.
It'll be second down.
And with a young team, you're never quite sure, who might have gotten something misconstrued there.
Well, you can see on the initial part of the play, Gell was supposed to go in motion. He was late going in motion, so there was confusion, and that led to the loss. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Gell and Spivey in the backfield. They'll pitch it to Spivey. He'll try and cut up the middle, and a good flow to the ball by the Viking defense, led again by Wesolowski.
You saw Wesolowski from the outside in shut that play down, turn it back.
Honorable mention, all conference on defense. Now with 12 tackle for losses this season. Another big third down, 3rd and 16 from the Viking 43, midway through this first quarter. Lion in motion, now cuts back. Low snap, Hall picks it up, blitz coming, screen pass, and it's snuffed out. Gell taken down immediately once again. This time Brady Wochuk, the inside linebacker, cleans him up.
Tackled by number 33, Brady Wochuk.
Second tackle for loss on the season for Brady.
So after the big play to Ville and the 15-yard penalty, the drive stalls out. Lions will be punting. Buckerman into punt. Chasko, a dangerous returner. And we will let this one bounce, and it will die just inside the 20-yard line. We will take our break of opening drive Touchdown for the Vikings. They lead it here midway through the first quarter, 7-0, as our Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Planet Fitness continues right after this.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live on My24 and streaming.
Two very funny families deliver dinnertime delights every weeknight. Experience the 80s with the Goldbergs at 5, then laugh along with the Baxters on Last Man Standing at 6, only on My24. Mike McGivern, Terry Kelly, John Weiser, and the entire My24 sports crew in New Berlin tonight. Tie-dye night tonight for New Berlin West. Second possession from their own 19 for the Vikings. Movement up front.
Dead ball, full start. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Austin Bentrup Trumbull in there now at inside tackle. Senior. A little anxious. We saw how that first drive went. He gets in there to play. He wants to go.
One of the things that defensive coordinator Sean Crowley was worried about was West running to the outside. Well, so far they've been pounding it up inside the tackles.
1st and 15. This is Ryan. Gets that back and more, just short of the 28-yard line. Vidal Spivey there to make this tackle for the Lions. Another look here at that direct snap, the fake, and then the pounded up the middle.
Well, Ryan in an earlier game this year against Menominee Falls scored 6 touchdowns, ran for 362 yards.
He's averaging close to 10 yards per carry this season. 2nd and 1. They'll try to get to the outside. Lions were ready, and they'll shut that down immediately. Everyone up front, including Jake Veely, there to make the stop.
Most of the time in the single wing, the offense has an unbalanced side, only 2 people to the outside of the center. And obviously they'll play little games with that, and you can see Ike anticipating that outside run was ready. See if they can adjust to the inside.
No gain, 3rd and 1.
Hey, let's go.
From the near hash. Wazlowski breaking a tackle will get the first down across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Nolan Seidel there to make the stop, the senior inside tackle.
Well, we didn't put a stopwatch on how long it was that West had the ball the first possession, but the time can evaporate during a quarter with them grinding it out.
It's a team that made it to the state semis a year ago, losing to Monroe. Finished the year 10-3. Another best electric first down for the Vikings from their own 32. Ryan trying to go up the middle, breaking tackles as he does. About 7 out to the 40-yard line. Velia there again there to make the stop, the outside linebacker.
Well, Mike McGivern was joking with the coaches before the game. when you realize that on the year so far, Berlin West has completed 7 passes, and they've only thrown for 25 times.
Second and a good 3 here for the Vikings from the 39. Wesolowski will hand it off. Not fooled. It was Gavin Gromowski, Jr. It was about 165, his first carry. Nolan Seidel there, his third tackle tonight.
We mentioned the youth of Eisenhower. 4 of those sophomore starters are on defense, along with a freshman. So you try to get accustomed to what this single wing offense is going to look like. It requires, you to make adjustments quickly.
Third down and 3. Wesolowski fakes the handoff, keeps it, fighting for yardage. Not sure if he got there. Good surge defensively. Jordan Cumline there to make the stop. Take another look. Oh, they're going to give it to him without a measurement. Wow. Angle up here, it looked like he was going to be a little short, but the officials say move the sticks. A Best Electric first down out to the 42-yard line. Minute and a half to go here in the first. 7-0 lead for the Vikings. Wesolowski left side. Breaking tackles inside the 40 and finally wrestled down at the 37-yard line. 20-yard run for Wesolowski. Martin and Spivey were both there to make the stop.
Well, that surge that the Viking offensive line gets. You can see the gap that existed right off the bat.
Tough to bring down. We talked about that before the game. You and I were talking 6'3", 215. Good size.
Well, if I'm reading the stats well, West has already rushed for 100 yards this quarter.
Ryan, left side, breaks a tackle from Spivey. Shoved out inside the 10 by Tayson Martin. He's a load too. Ryan goes 5'9", 170. A little swipe, and off he goes. Spivey, first man there, couldn't wrestle him down. They march it back inside the Bryant Stratton College red zone. And it will be first and goal from just outside the 10-yard line. Wesolowski takes the snap. Wedging his way through inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. And Nolan Seidel there to make the stop. Wesolowski now with 50 yards on the ground so far tonight. Each week we will highlight a hit of the game brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. Hockey season's upon us. Right around the corner. Looking forward to that. Red Zeganer. Zeganer takes it down inside the 5, brought down by Veely, and that will take us to the end of this first quarter. It'll be third and goal when we return to New Berlin West High School. Vikings on the verge of adding to their lead at 7-0 New Berlin West. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Planet Fitness.
CW18 1-2.
Second quarter set to get underway. 3rd and goal facing the Vikings, going left to right here in this second quarter. They lead at 7-0. Looking to add to it. Ryan up the gut. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. Planet Fitness touchdown number 2 for New Berlin West.
You know, we mentioned how young Eisenhower was. By the same token, New Berlin West is not a senior-dominated team. They've got 4 of these linemen are underclassmen, and 3 of the skill positions are also underclassmen. So nice nucleus returning. They've obviously got some seniors that are leading the way, but good combination of classes for the Vikings.
10th touchdown of the year for Sean Ryan. Tahiri's extra point is up and through. 14-0 Vikings. So things going to plan here for this Viking offense.
The New Berlin Eisenhower Lions, 0.
Grind out the yards and the clock, one of the keys that Ben Chosick adheres to, and so far that has been the case. And our touchdowns this season brought to you by Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
You know, I asked Coach Chosick, is it a problem later on in the year when you get into games with very good teams? If you're not a passing team, is it, you know, does your defense learn how to play a passing offense? And by the same token, if you fall behind, what do you do? And so it's a philosophical argument. And Coach Chosick said, we are who we are, and we think what we do it well, and so that's what we go with.
Yeah, with all that unbalanced line, the different guys behind the line taking snaps, it takes its toll if you're not. Like you said, you can practice it, but you can't perfect it like they do.
No, your scout team just can't run this offense. I saw that when I went to Eisenhower's practice. It was very difficult for them to try to do this.
Spivey and Gell back to receive. Spivey picks it up off the turf, breaks it outside. Penalty marker down at the 30-yard line as he's ushered out short of the 40. Colton Krieger ran him to the boundary, but there is a flag on the play.
One of the things Coach Chosick said his team had to worry about was the explosiveness of Eisenhower. Even though they haven't been putting up fantastic numbers, he really appreciated the skill that Eisenhower had and didn't want those explosive plays to come back and bite the Vikings.
Personal foul, face mask, number 2 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Eisenhower.
It's Krieger who got him to the boundary, actually grasped the face mask, so adding yardage, moves the ball to midfield. Good start for this Lion offense here, trailing by 2 scores. Jarrett Hall, the sophomore quarterback. Spivey in motion. They'll pitch it the opposite way. Grady Kopp with the carry. He'll get 4 into Viking territory to the 46. Jack Ricola now in at defensive end, Spelling Weslowski able to make the stop. So good surge there on first down. I think for the Lions, that's got to be a key tonight. Positive yardage on first down.
Right.
Don't get behind the sticks.
Got to sustain drives. They've got to keep the ball out of West hands.
This time Spivey split out here to the near side. 2 by 2 the receiving core, and they throw it. Wide open and dropped. Intended for Avili. The split end who made that nice catch earlier on the first drive. Not going to get a better one thrown to you that way. That was right there. I'll tell you, he should have had it. Last scoring summary brought to you by the Milwaukee Trades Council. 7 plays, 86 yards. Ryan with the 3-yard touchdown run. Third and long now, third at about 6. Spivey gets the first down just inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Wesolowski back in there makes the stop.
Spivey, another one of those sophomores. You know, he's rushed so far in the season for 102 yards. He's got 17 catches on the season as well. Track athlete, put his speed as well as power to good use there.
Trips here to the near side on first down from the Viking 40. Ball with time. Now scrambles. Cuts it back up the middle. Get some positive yardage out of it, but waving that ball around, got to protect the bread there. Brady Wochuk makes the stop, but ball dangling out there a little bit. You got to protect it.
Yeah, on the year, Hall's right about that 50% mark for completions and 434 yards, but only 1 touchdown. So, it comes with time.
Well, and as Matt Kern said, they anticipated some growing pains early and hope by week 5, week 6, they've got that out of their system and everybody on the same page. Gain of 1, second down 9 for the Lions. High snap given to Spivey. Cuts back inside, down to the 25-yard line. 14-yard run that time by Spivey. Nice cut. Charlie Benitez got him down, but nice run by Vidal Spivey, the sophomore.
And nice job by Hall getting that snap under control and getting that handoff to Spivey. Pair of sophomores there working together.
There's a look at Spivey, the sophomore. Again, they'll go 3 by here to the near side. They'll throw it to the single back. This time it's Vili with the catch at the 20-yard line. Spun back at the 21. Wochuk there to make the tackle.
With Ike going to the passing game that last time, New Berlin West ran a little bit of a blitz package. You could see their defensive backfield rotate as they brought one of the backers in.
Gain of 6, second down 4, just outside the 20-yard line. Kopp in motion. The give is to Spivey. Taking tacklers with him inside the 15-yard line. Gain of about 6. Patrick Birch there to make the tackle. They march it into the Bryant and Stratton College red zone. And another first down.
Spivey, nice little shake on that as he went through the line.
Get another look. Right there. Nice little move. Swiveled the hips. That got him the extra yardage. He will come out. Vikings showing blitz. Hall faked the run, got it off to Vili. Inside the 10, brought down at the 9. Gavin Grimowski leading the charge that time for the Viking defense.
Good concentration that time by Vili as he looked that ball in.
Good job by Hall. So we'll see on this snap. Saw the pressure, was able to find some space and get it away. Pickup of 8, second down and 2. Gell back in there now as a running back. He'll get the call. He met almost immediately in the hole. May have gotten a yard. That's about it. It was Wochuk going in there, able to make the stop. So 3rd and short for Eisenhower. Cop the single back. 2 receivers here to the near side. Hall's going to keep it. Trying to get to the boundary. Does. Dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Eisenhower. Late signal, but he hit the pylon with the football and got it in for the score. Jared Hall, the sophomore, with the Planet Fitness touchdown.
Once again, Hall kept his cool on the high snap. Whoops, got to make an adjustment.
Takes it to the pylon. Get a good look here. Luke Bockerman, place kicker. Gets this one away, and it is good. Cuts the deficit in half thanks to the scramble by Jared Hall. And a nice drive, a needed drive for this New Berlin Eisenhower offense. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Saul Castillo. He's with Liuna Local 113. Hey, we had talked a little bit earlier. I was surprised, average age of somebody in your apprenticeship program.
So the average age right now in our apprenticeship program is just a little under 25 years old.
Hey, so when kids go off to school or they join the military, they come back to you.
Yeah, so they come back whether they military or they go to school and it's just not for them. And some folks just want to switch careers, so we have all people from all backgrounds coming to us.
Hey, you guys are about 10% female to male, and we're looking for more females when it comes to joining you guys.
That's correct. Yeah, we want to match the people in the community, so we want to get to that 50% and females. So
hey, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Back to you, boys.
Mike, thank you very much. Liuna 113 sponsors our kickoffs. Glad to have them aboard. So a much-needed drive here for New Berlin Eisenhower to get back in this football game. Chasko, the deep man for New Berlin West. And they'll try and keep it away from Chasko. Picked up by Gromowski. He'll take it out to the 25-yard line. Mason Lara able to make the tackle, and we'll take our break. 6.5 to go here in this second quarter. 14-7, New Berlin West on top of New Berlin Eisenhower. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Planet Fitness. The show the pros watch is now for everyone. The CW delivers insider access to the league thanks to an all-new season of scoops and insights with host Ryan Clark. Inside the NFL, Tuesday nights at 7 on CW 18. Hey, we got a pass here, and it's incomplete. Alert, alert.
Coach Chasik just wanted the Eisenhower defense to say, this might happen. State the obvious here. It's critical that Ike makes West punt now. Doesn't let him get a long drive and another score.
That drive aided by that face mask call on the kickoff return. Started at midfield, a nice 9-play, 50-yard drive, and the touchdown run by Hall, the quarterback. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Wesolowski stood up and driven back. Leading the charge, Dylan Hawksbeck. Hawksbeck, a senior. So a big 3rd down here for the Eisenhower defense coming off that touchdown, looking to make a stop. Third and 5. Ryan breaks it outside. Second effort. And he'll get the first down. Boy, they had him stop behind the chains, but that second little spurt, Ryan Kisting took him down, but it was that second effort, as we'll see.
5'9", 170 pounds, but Ryan runs very hard. He does not go down easily.
You're not going to shoulder tackle Ryan. You got to get him around the waist and wrap him up. Another Best Electric first down for the Vikings from their own 36-yard line. Wesolowski with another big spurt out to the 44-yard line. Actually, that was 13 on the carry. Zagainer, his second carry tonight, brought down by Max Klein. One more look. Gain of 8, 2nd down, 2. Moving the ball out toward midfield. Wesolowski faked the handoff, took it himself. Going to come down a little shy of the first down. It'll set up 3rd and 1. Nolan Seidel, the senior interior lineman, credited with the stop.
He was running. Oh, yeah.
Ball just across the 45-yard line. They need to take it across the 46 for the first down.
Yeah, McKay kind of behind him, so he was safe with that.
Plays being signaled in, offensive coordinator Ben Veit. Let's see what they dial up here on 3rd and 1. It's Wesolowski, first down and more. Breaks it into the 44-yard line of Eisenhower. 10-yard run. Brady Kopp, the safety, finally took him down.
Tackled by number 44, Max Klein. And that's good enough for a Viking.
Another Viking first down, as you see. He is tough to bring down.
Excellent size. Coach Chosik said he hasn't decided yet whether he wants to play in college. You know, has a couple career choices in mind, and see where that leads.
Best Electric first down, puts it at the Eisenhower 44-yard line. Wesolowski again breaking tackles inside to the 35-yard line. Brady Kopp. Zagainer.
Yeah, they rotate a little bit, obviously. Wesolowski playing on defense. You know, they do have a number of two-way players themselves on the West team. But they know this offense well, and they believe in grinding.
And that's exactly what they're doing here. They're taking it down under 3 minutes to go. Trying to answer the New Berlin Eisenhower touchdown with a drive of their own here. 2nd and 1. Wesolowski met behind the line and pulled down. Mason Gell, the outside linebacker, got him around the waist, held up his momentum. No gain on the play, so 3rd and 1.
You know, that defensive front for Ike has 3 seniors in there along with a freshman, Cole Biskabing.
Yeah, 5'9", 229. Biskobing with an interception already this year. Playing varsity as a freshman. Ryan picking his way through, and Ryan takes it inside the 20-yard line. Sean Ryan with the carry. Holzbach able to make the stop. We'll get another look.
Vikings first down.
At low center of gravity. Again, this season when a team gets inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Bryant and Stratton College red zone. Bryant and Stratton College, built different for you. From the 18, 1st and 10. New Berlin West, and a play whistle dead, flag down.
Dead ball, false start, number 33, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, coming up in the Wendy's halftime report, we'll highlight this week's West Bend Insurance Scholar Athlete nominees. We'll meet a few of our sponsors, and we'll also have our Carthage College first half highlights. That's all coming up on the Wendy's halftime report. Ryan driven back. Brought down by Jordan Kumline.
Tackled by number 7, Jordan Kumlian. With his second down.
We're going to him.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout taken here by West. Stops the clock with 1:31. See, Kumling got right in there, right from the get-go. And
some teams you might wonder if they throw a pass here with Coach Chosick. I wonder how many times in the past 5-6 years they've thrown 2 passes in a row. I'd like, get the odds on that and maybe go to Vegas.
Mike, what do you have?
Guys, 3 offensive linemen from last year's team. Going to start with Kenan Fisher. Hey, how much do you miss playing football here at New Berlin West?
I miss it a lot. I mean, we went pretty far, but we didn't go far enough. I feel like we could have done better. But these guys out here are doing pretty much just as good. I hope the best for them.
No doubt. Hey, last year, or the further years you were here, that Eisenhower week, a little bit different than most of them?
Yeah, you know what? It was pretty much harder in practice. Our coach put a lot of trust in us, and he really wanted us to do well, and I think we did. But practice is very different at Ike.
Nathan, how much you missed it?
I miss it a lot, especially the Ike game. That was the one game that all of us looked forward to, even the coach, because he got all amped up on Ike week, and all of us did.
Boys, they loved Ike week, I can tell you that. Back to you.
Mike, thank you. Wesolowski bouncing it outside, takes it out of bounds. Bring up a 3rd and long now. Stops the clock with 1:24.
Well, Tyson Martin that time did an excellent job tackling Wesolowski, and he used the sideline as his friend as he worked inside out, kept it moving laterally.
Biggest play of the night right here. 3rd and 10, 1:24. Ike defense looking to get a stop. Wesolowski. Touchdown, Vikings. Penalty marker down at the 15-yard line, so hold your horses.
Correction, we have a flag on the play.
And from Wesolowski's reaction, I think he knows it's on one of his teammates.
Take the 6 points off the board here. I believe we have a holding call here against the Vikings.
During the run, holding. Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Bennett Mueller,
I saw it on the
quick guard, guilty of the hold, takes the touchdown off. 10 yards from that spot of the foul will move the ball back to the 28-yard line. 3rd and 20 for New Berlin West. Wesolowski will be stopped shy of the first down. Mason Gell there to make the tackle. Clock continues to roll as we approach a minute to go here in this first half.
Well, offensive coordinator Jim Crowley going through his options here. I think they're going to let the clock run down.
Take their second timeout here. They'll take as much time off the clock as they can and then chat about it. They'll be facing a fourth and about 14 here. And indeed, they will take the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Uplift Wisconsin. Here when you need an ear. That's exactly what the Vikings will do. They'll discuss this. Ben Josick, the coach, Ben Veit, offensive coordinator. And they'll figure this out.
Veit name, one that's known well in Wisconsin high school football. If you're from the Racine area, you knew about his dad's fine job.
Racine Case, my goodness, that takes me back a long way.
Our winning ticket number is ticket number 753.
Okay, so if you're the Lion defense now, you're fourth and long. You just got to contain them. As you pointed out, one of the keys, don't let them get wide. Try and keep them between the hash marks.
It'd be interesting to see if they'll, off the single wing formation, do a little bootleg action and give Ryan that option, pass run option.
From the 22, 4th and 14. They're going to pass. Ryan gets it away, but it's incomplete. And there is a flag down in the backfield. This will be a holding call again on the Vikings, which will be declined.
Offense number 70, that penalty is declined. Turnover on downs. First down, Eisenhower.
So the Ike defense comes up big in the Bryant and Stratton College red zone, shutting down the Vikings.
Reminds me of a game we saw last year with Eisenhower playing Pewaukee, who was second in that conference, and they gave Pewaukee everything Pewaukee could handle last year. And once again, it's a proud program at New Berlin Eisenhower. 2 state championships, 3 runner-ups. They've been conference champions 18 times.
Let's see what the Lions want to do here with 23 seconds left in the half.
I think we might get a kneel down.
Yeah. That's what we'll get. Lions content to trail by 7. They will get the ball to start the third quarter. Well, the Vikings were moving the ball. A couple of holding penalties derailing that drive. Actually took 6 points off the board because of that holding call. And they will take a 7-point lead in the locker room here at halftime. Stay tuned. The Wendy's halftime report coming your way next. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Planet Fitness.
Yeah, and we have Brian Stratton. We've got the Marine guy.
received All-State honorable mention. He left New Berlin West High School with an impressive all-time passing record of 4,000.
This is the Wendy's halftime report here from New Berlin West, and we'll kick it off with our Scholar Athlete nominees, brought to you by West Bend Insurance. From New Berlin Eisenhower, Ty Smits. Ty competes in football and wrestling and carries a 3.992 unweighted GPA. He's been on the high honor roll every semester of high school. He is a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Honor Society. Ty is a two-time letter winner and team leader in both football and wrestling. He is active in his church and volunteers his time through various service projects in the community. Ty also serves as a tutor and mentor to fellow students. From New Berlin West High School, Wyatt Doyle. Wyatt competes in football, wrestling, and track and carries a 3.75 GPA. He is a member of the national runner-up academic decathlon team, earning a silver medal in essay as well as a bronze medal for speech. Along with being the starting tight end in football, Wyatt was also a Wisconsin Wrestling Coaches Association JV state qualifier. He has also been a lifetime Boy Scout. Congratulations to this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. Our weekly nominees will be in the running to receive part of $5,000 in scholarship funds provided by the great folks at West Bend Insurance, the Silver Lining. Here's Mike.
Hey guys, I'm here with three bricklayers, Mike, and Nick. Nick, how long you been a bricklayer?
It's been almost 10 years now.
Yeah, something you enjoy?
Yeah, definitely.
So my father was a bricklayer and was so proud of the work that he did. He'd get all the McGivern kids in the car and show us all the work. What made you become a bricklayer?
I wanted to work with my hands, honestly, and I went with our local union hall, and they gave us all the education we needed and provide all the resources we need to succeed.
That's awesome. Mike, how long you been doing this?
I've been a tile setter for 22 years. So not only are bricklayers do bricklaying, we do some concrete in some areas, plaster, cement, terrazzo. So anything with a trowel is what we handle.
Mike, when you get a chance to talk to a high school kid who doesn't know what the future holds, and they're saying, well, maybe I need a job, you guys talk to them about a career, correct?
Yeah, so if college isn't for you, doing a trade could be it, because it's all paid for, no out-of-pocket, no college debt, and you earn as you learn. The more you learn, like every year, you're going to get a raise, 5%, 10%, depending which one. So what other job is going to keep paying you more and more and not charging you for your school?
100%. Mike, how long you been doing this?
I've been doing it for about 5 years now.
Yeah, and it's something you're proud of, the work you do.
Oh, absolutely. I'm proud to see what I've done and knowing it's going to last for a long time.
Boys, thanks a lot. It's really nice to meet you guys. Keep up the good work. Back to you.
Mike, thank you so much. Halftime here at New Berlin West. The Vikings leading Eisenhower 14-7. Our Wendy's halftime report continues right after this on My 24.
Come on, baby. Welcome to the Wendy's Halftime Report. I'm here with Phil Allen. He's a district manager for Bridgman Foods Wendy's. Hey, Phil, thank you so much for your partnership and Wendy's partnership to Friday Night Rivals.
Yeah, as a local Wendy's franchisee, Bridgman Food is proud to support the community and their students.
Yeah, they do a lot of that. Can we talk about the Wendy's app? It's on my phone. It sure makes things easy.
Yeah, the Wendy's app is easy to use. You can pick up your order in person, get it delivered. There's a lot of great offers, and every point you're in gets you free food.
So, Phil, you've been around U Sports for a long time, and the U Sports Frosty program that Wendy's does, again, giving back to the community and these young student athletes is such a big hit.
Yeah, any student athlete 18 and younger can stop in a uniform before practice or after a game and stop in the Wendy's and get a free Frosty.
Man, coaches take full advantage of that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, last thing, a new burger coming to the menu, and you're excited about it.
Yeah, the loaded nacho cheeseburger. It's a game changer. Comes with Milano cheese, queso, tortilla strips on a jalapeno cheddar bun. You got to stop at the Wendy's to try one, Mike.
Hey, last thing, a year last for you. Your son's playing pretty well.
Yeah, senior at Racine Case High School, doing well on the offensive line, defensive line.
Man, go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Back to you, boys.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. We thank Wendy's for sponsoring our halftime report here at New Berlin West. Once again, we head down to the field live. Here's Mike.
Hey, guys, Sergeant First Class Timothy Gibbons, we've been talking. He went in right when he was 18, and really good decision for you.
Oh, it was the best decision I made since I was a young kid. Not a lot of options open to me right now, and I just decided, hey, I needed a change. I needed more discipline. I needed more structure in my life, and I looked at a very professional soldier standing in front of me, and I was like, this is the move I wanted to make.
Man, your parents must be really proud of what you're doing.
They're extraordinarily proud. They talk to their buddies every day, like, hey, my son's making a difference. Hey, he's changing people's lives. Yeah, it's definitely a game changer.
Hey, when you get a chance to talk to kids at this level, right, some student athletes that come up to you and say, sure, your decision, talk about why I should join the Army, what do you tell them?
Well, I basically say, hey, in this world, you need discipline, you need structure, you need a way to excel yourself to make it to the next level. You need that structure to not only lead people one day, but to build a foundation to build your life on, and that's what the Army provides for you.
Man, you did good. You did really good. Hey, I'll tell you what, his parents, I see why they're proud. Keep up the good work. Back to you, boys.
Mike, thank you so much. We'll take a moment here now to take a look at great moments from across the country.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Very sad he has to miss this game, but his brother just made a big play. And they're arguably Station Camp's two best players. Here comes the best player on the field for Springfield. C.J. Cobbins is everywhere. 97 yards to the house.
4th down and 1. The game on the line. They hand it to McCollum, and he gets up to the outside. He's to the 10, steps inside to the 5, and the big man, Angelo McCollum.
Wants to air it out. Looking for Donnelly up the near side. He's got him inside the 20. First down, Trojans.
Running the ball today.
On a first down, they're going deep, and he's got Caden Lloyd. And the first play of the game goes for a touchdown.
Shotgun snap. Thieves far side. That's caught.
Bruce Lass going over the middle. Picked off! A game-saving interception.
Intercepted. Ball game.
The freshman Colton Overby to win it. Intercepted by Alan Dickerson. Springfield wins.
Great highlights from across the country. Thursday Night Rivals and Friday Night Rivals, and it's been fun. Back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Bill Stankrevitz. He is high school admission for Brian Stratton. And each week we talk a lot about sports there. But, boy, nursing is such a big program for you guys.
Absolutely. Direct entry nursing program. Really great opportunity to get your career started and really learn the hands-on stuff you need to get into healthcare.
Hey, when kids, seniors right now are starting to think about next year, now would be a great time to get a hold of you.
Absolutely, because not only are you going to be in the front of the line with classes, we have a program called Jumpstart where you can get free college credit. So stop by, chat with us, and how you can get that free credit.
Man, I didn't know that. That's really important. What a perfect time for people. And the healthcare part of what you guys do has gotten really big, and you got to be so proud of that part.
Absolutely. We're so proud of not only what we offer for students, but what our students accomplish when they graduate. And we help them to find the work they need. It's really a great environment. We love it.
3.5 years you've been there doing a good job. You love it.
Absolutely. Wouldn't trade it.
Man, that's awesome. Bill, nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. When we come back, we will have our Carthage College halftime highlights and more from New Berlin West High School as the Wendy's halftime report continues here on My 24.
Girls were hitting on.
$14-0 West over Eisenhower. We head downstairs. Our United States Marine interview. Once again, Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I call him Captain America. And you know what? He kind of is Captain America. He is Major Nathan Blackwell, U.S. Marines. You know, we talk a lot about why you guys are involved. I want to talk about the player of the game. You stand next to me. We give the player of the game. And what's interesting to me is almost all of these kids talk about their teammates more than they talk about themselves.
Yep, and I very much like that quality. I think the last three have done something like that because football's a game of inches. The kid that is getting that plaque at the end of the game, he knows that his teammates put him in a position to make those plays, and then he capitalized, and that's what it's all about.
Do you know when they tell me what number and all these kids are around and I'll yell, hey, number 6, I need you, that kid lights up. The whole team goes nuts when they know that their teammate is the U.S. Marine player of the game. When you get a chance to talk to kids like that excel in the classroom, excel on the field, and then talk about their teammates, I just think it's a perfect fit to join your group.
They are. They do very well in our organization. Normally they move up the ranks and they become our junior leaders very, very quickly.
So, guys, we're talking, played the trumpet, sang in the choir, played football. Too bad he's not good looking because you would have been the whole deal. Boys, back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. Time now to take a look at our first half highlights. Our highlight package brought to you by Carthage College. We're going to see a recurring theme in this highlight reel.
Two young men will be prominently featured.
Here's Wesolowski on defense, Jack Wesolowski defensively, and Sean Ryan.
Yeah, when you're snapping the ball to one of those two guys, you've got a good head start.
And Wesolowski pounding it in. That made it 14-0, but Eisenhower, this Nice play here. Finally wrestling Weslowski down. It was Ryan going in to make it 14-0.
Kind of Batman and Robin working together.
New Berlin Eisenhower, though, had a nice drive going midway through that.
Spivey had a couple very strong runs.
And then kind of that missed snap, and then
Jared Hall really kept his cool.
Able to make it to the pylon. That cut the deficit in half, and that's where we stand, 14-7. Our first half highlights brought to you by Carthage College. And standing by with Mike McGivern is our own Greg Huss from Carthage College.
Thanks, John. Yep, Greg Huss. Carthage College, we talked a little bit during the break here. Sports management is huge at Carthage.
Yeah, we've got a sports management program there within our Carthage School of Business. In fact, we had a really exciting week this week with on campus. We had a sports management conference, so our students, our athletes, and our sports management majors got to meet with the NHL Commissioner, Gary Bettman. We had team presidents and team owners and executives from NHL teams, NBA teams, and Major League teams, as well as others, too.
Hey, what a perfect time, and thanks for telling me that. I didn't know how big the sports management program at Carthage is. This is a really good time to come down, visit the campus, see a fall sport, kind of get a whole feel for the campus.
Yeah, absolutely. For juniors and seniors, if you're interested in college, come out and see us at Carthage. We do visits here 6 days a week. We'd love to have you out there.
Hey, Greg, can we talk a little bit about financial aid? Because you guys offer some unbelievable packages.
We do. Financial aid is huge at Carthage. We're going to award our students $20 million in scholarships this year, so we help you with that. Your admissions person is also your financial aid and scholarship person, too.
Hey, guys, perfect time. And that sports management program, I would call and go online and set up an appointment with Greg and his guys down there and see if you can't catch a football game or get to one of the fall sports and see what just an excellent, most beautiful campus I've seen. And it's 20 minutes from here, so it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Mike. Thank you.
You bet. Boys, back to you.
Greg and Mike, thank you. Back with the third quarter when we return to New Berlin West, 14-7 Vikings on My 24. Just about set for our second half here at New Berlin West. Vikings lead it by 7 as we get a look at our numbers here at halftime. And tell you what, you would think it would be a total domination here by West, but we've got a one-score game going here into the third quarter with Eisenhower getting the second half kick.
And a couple of penalties really helped Eisenhower's cause. Once again, you see that domination on the ground. But, you know, that's what this rivalry game is all about.
So Lions will get the football to start this second half, winning the coin toss and deferring it to our second half. Our closed captioning tonight brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock identity theft protection starts here.
One of the things we saw at halftime, you know, both of these schools are about 700 in enrollment, and as the coach has pointed out, it's odd to maybe have two high schools in a, you know, with student body being that size. However, what it has allowed is you look at number of guys playing, the band, dance team, cheerleaders, managers. You know, you've got about half your student body involved in this evening.
And a sellout crowd. They are standing room only here tonight. Typical for a West and Eisenhower matchup.
It'll be interesting. When I went to the Eisenhower practice this week, Chris Lidwin, who's the special teams coordinator, said, you know, this is really important. My grandmother is mid-90s. She can't get to the games. She's so looking forward to seeing this on TV. So hopefully Coach Lidwin's special teams will perform well so Grandma doesn't, you know, take pie away from him at Thanksgiving. You know, we don't want that to happen.
Our kickoff's brought to you by LiUNA Local 113. Grandma, thanks for watching tonight. Spivey and Kopp are the deep men here for Eisenhower, and it's going to be Spivey. He's dangerous. Busted outside the 20. And out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Saginaw there to make the tackle on special teams, and we'll see Eisenhower here as they try and get something going offensively. Only 56 total yards in that first half, but they were able to get that touchdown.
And we've seen at times Spivey's been effective carrying the ball. You've seen Jared Hall make a couple of completions to Jake Veely. We'll see if they can sustain something this half.
The lineup trips here to the near side with Spivey in the slot. Single back behind Hall, the quarterback. And a fumble on the snap. It's loose near the 25-yard line, and Vikings recover. Oh, neither team turning it over in that first half. Patrick Birch falling on that loose ball. Gets the fumble. Again, that Vikings now +7 in the turnover takeaway department this season.
Yeah, just one of those things Eisenhower couldn't afford to have happen.
Well, let's see what the defense can do here on a sudden change opportunity. Called on to make a stop here from the 25. Ryan. Left side. Ryan inside the 10 and spun out of bounds there. Makes his way into the Bryant and Stratton College red zone as we get another look. It was Spivey who got him to the boundary. Came off the block, able to take him to the sideline.
Yeah, Wesolowski led through that hole, and Ryan, being the intelligent young man that he is, I'll follow him.
From the Bryant and Stratton College red zone, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Wesolowski inside the 10 to about the 7 before he is driven back. Nolan Seidel, he's been busy tonight, interior lineman, 6 tackles on the night for Seidel.
Yeah, one of 3 seniors on that defensive line for Eisenhower. Tommy Pera, Nolan Seidel, and Jordan Cumline.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 upcoming. Ryan cuts back to the middle, into the end zone, touchdown Vikings. Second touchdown of the night for Sean Ryan. Planet Fitness touchdown from 6 yards out.
Yeah, you'll see this hole open up. It holds the linebackers when they make that little fake to Weslowski, and then they get that seam opened, and Ryan follows right in.
So they take advantage of the fumble recovery by Patrick Birch. Try for the extra point is good. Tahiri perfect tonight. 21-7. One more look at Sean Ryan's second touchdown run of the game.
So a nice block out there by Jeremiah Morris, a sophomore.
Viking Nation, don't forget.
I'm sorry, Kelsey.
Next week, your Vikings are on the road, and they will be traveling.
So a pair of Sean Ryan touchdowns. Jack Wesolowski with the other score. Puts them up 2 scores. We head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Kelsey. She's the suicide prevention manager. Suicide Prevention Month right now.
Yes, that's right. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and at Mental Health America Wisconsin, we're doing a lot of activities throughout the state to try and prevent suicide. If you go to preventsuicidewisconsin.org, you can see all our events and resources on there.
Give us that website again.
preventsuicidewisconsin.org.
Hey, I ask you to keep up the good work, please. You know, this servant leadership heart that you have, I don't know where it came from. Wherever it came from, I say thank you. This is a tough month for people like in your business.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of people need support, and we do have different peer support groups at Mental Health America, if you want to check them out.
And we would just say reach out. If you're struggling, reach out, and you'll help them.
Absolutely, yes. Tell someone you need help, and we'll help you. That's what we're here for.
You did great. Thank you. Boys, back to you.
Kickoff goes to Spivey short of the 10. Gets it out to about the 30-yard line. 20-yard return for Vidal Spivey. Let's see if Eisenhower can recover. Jack Ricola there on special teams for the Vikings making the tackle. It was a quick drive, 3 plays, 26 yards. Ryan, his second touchdown run of the game. Our scoring summaries. Brought to you by Milwaukee Building Trades, building communities and careers. Hall at quarterback. Gell the single back. All now on the scramble. Is leveled as he got across the 20-yard line. Gavin Gromowski lowered the shoulder and dropped him to the turf.
See Gromowski come roaring into the picture.
Still looking for our hit of the game. Brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. We'll have to keep that on file. Gain of 3, second down 7. Nowhere to go. Gell drilled at the line of scrimmage. Owen Athis able to make the stop.
Athis part of that offensive defensive line group that keeps backing each other up and rotating. Bennett Mueller, Jake Gardner, Austin Bentrop, Trumbull.
Loss of a yard brings up 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Spivey split out here the near side. 2-by-2 receiving core. All in trouble, and down he goes. Back at the 20-yard line. Wesolowski, another sack. He and Jake Gardner. And Hall coming up a little gimpy after that tackle. We'll get another look.
We have a timeout on the field for an injured player.
See, got rolled on there, it looked like. He is still down, so time has been called here. Training staff coming on. On with Coach Matt Kern. We'll get another look here. I don't know if it was.
Can't tell if it's his right leg that got caught under him there. Not left leg.
Well, while we have a break, let's go to a taped interview we had with our good friends at Cousins Subs.
Hey, we're here at Cousins, and we are so proud that they are a sponsor, Wisconsin-based, locally owned. I'm here with Justin McCoy, Vice President of Marketing. Hey, Justin, I think everybody knows that Cousins has the best subs. I believe that. And you guys have given back to our community so much, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that part of the mission statement with Cousins.
Yes, we were founded in 1972 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and giving back to the communities we call home has always been a part of our ethos. We in 2013 created our Make It Better Foundation, and we give back to the community in 3 different ways: health and wellness, hunger, and youth education.
You know, Justin, I think that people know where they were the first time one of our sports teams wins a championship, when they win a pennant, something like that. I know exactly where I was the first time I had a cheesesteak off of Brady on Farwell. That was your second store.
Yeah, that was the second store Bill and Jim opened. If that store were open today, it would be the busiest store in our system. It's no longer there, but it's one of the cornerstones of our brand and how we really exploded on the scene in Milwaukee.
Hey, Justin, we're so proud to have you as a sponsor and a partner with us on Friday Night Rivals. Cousins Subs, because you guys believe that giving back to the community is so important, and that's what Friday Night Rivals is about. So thank you for that.
Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
You bet. Back to you.
Mike, thank you. 46-yard punt with the roll to the 34-yard line. That's where the Vikings will take over.
Hey, we're here at Cousins.
8:44 to play here in the third. 21-7. Vikings taking advantage of a fumble recovery. Able to bump it back to 2 scores. Wazolowski stuffed at the line of scrimmage. The Lion defense called on again. Seidel has had a great night. 7 tackles tonight.
It'll be second down.
Yeah, Nolan's one of 2 starters back from a year ago along with Tommy Parra. Otherwise, 20 of the 22 are brand new starters.
Gain of 2, second down 8 from the 36. Ryan again met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a short gain.
Number 48, Sean Ryan.
Tommy Parra off the bottom of that pile, able to get the stop done there for the Lions. And again, forcing a 3rd and long here for New Berlin West.
Well, could Coach Chosick go to the air this time? Would you want to make a bet on that? Or
Third and 6 from the 38. Ryan will keep it on the ground. And he will not get the first down. He'll be stopped a couple of yards shy. Mason Gell, first one there to bring him down.
It'll be 4th down.
So 4th and about a yard.
and they're going to go for it.
Well, Tahiri is in there. He also does the punting, but he will line up as a wideout here. Snap back to Wazolowski. Picks his way over the right side. First down and more. Finally Russell down at the Ike 41-yard line. Jordan Kumlian, one of the captains, making the tackle, but patient Wesolowski that time, waiting for a block.
Once again, you see that offensive line get that initial surge. When you've got backs like Wesolowski and Ryan who follow that so well, it's a potent combination.
12-yard pickup and a first down. Best electric first down here for the Vikings midway through our third quarter. So Geiner there to make the carry, brought down. Grady Kopp, strong safety.
I don't know if we get a replay on that, but what you see oftentimes is that surge is also coupled with some upfield blocking to get to that second level, and you're seeing 3 or 4 guys upfield clearing the way for those 2 backs.
Get a good look here. Yep, got 3 or 4 linemen down the field. Ryan inside the 40, wrestled down at the 38. Gain of about 2 or 3. Pera and Seidel both there. Key third down here, 3rd and 5 for West. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Let's see what offensive coordinator Ben Veit has decided to do on this one.
Direct snap to Wesolowski. Stumbled, though, as he got out of his gate. Tried to go forward and fell. Pera was there to make the tackle. And another 4th down here for the Vikings. They were able to convert earlier. Take a long look to the sideline here. See what Ben Veit and Ben Chosick have in store here.
Defensive coordinator Sean Crowley trying to set up a defense to get this stop here.
4th and 5 from the 37. Wesolowski picking his way forward will get the first down. Mason Gell there to make the tackle, but not before Wesolowski gets the first down. This is what just grinds this game down. You just convert twice on 4th down on this drive.
Always lead blockers going through that hole. They get the kick out blocks.
So a fresh set of downs for the Vikings from the Lion 32-yard line. Manager there on the carry. It's his 3rd or 4th attempt. Veely was there on the stop for the Lions. Now Ryan will check back in.
Well, offensive line coach Mike Ladwig, who's kind of a legend here at New Berlin West, coaches football.
What a year he's had, huh?
Wrestling, tracks, coaches the shot putters. One of his female shot putters set a state record this year, Megan Schultz. Kids love him.
They're going to throw. Ryan wants to throw. Man, there through his hands, incomplete.
I'm trying to remember. I think Mike in our pregame show talked about taking the under on passes tonight. I don't know whether Coach Ben Veit is trying to goof up the payout.
That's 2.
2. One more.
3rd and 7 from the 29. Wesolowski breaking tackles down to the 15-yard line. 14-yard run. Klein finally got him to the turf. Now it's just grinding New Berlin Eisenhower down here.
Yeah, other than Jeremiah Morris at the power guard, all these linemen are between 240, 260, but they move very well.
From the Bryan and Stratton College red zone, 1st and 10 from the 15. Wesolowski breaks a tackle to the outside. Inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. And Klein there again.
Number 44, Max Klein. It'll be 2nd down.
But you can see how hard Eisenhower is playing. That's one of the things their coaching staff, Coach Kern, they're young, but they're gaining experience. They're not just folding their tent.
Ryan trying to bounce it outside. Slowed up at the 5. Ryan Kisting got there, and then Brady Kopp able to finish him off.
Tackled by number 5, Brady Kopp.
Kisting got the fistful of jersey that time to hold up Ryan.
And that's good enough for a Vikings
troops to get there, but picks up another Best Electric first down.
Well, Kisting was 2nd in tackles for this team coming into tonight. Tommy Parra being the leading tackler. We tell the coaches that we'll get a timeout, TV timeout midway through the quarter, not the way this thing's been flying.
Ryan will give to Wesolowski. He'll pick his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 2nd touchdown of the game for Wesolowski. He'll be flagged for celebration. A little too much on the excessive celebration. It was after the touchdown, so it would be enforced on the kickoff.
So Andy, unsportsmanlike number 4. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4 of New Berlin. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
However, because the penalty occurred after completion of the play, the touchdown will count.
One more look here at Wesolowski's 2nd touchdown run of the game. That O-line just getting downfield and moving the defense. Tahiri for the extra point. And Tahiri's kick is good. We'll take a break. 28-7, Vikings on top of the Lions. As Wesolowski and Ryan each with a pair of touchdowns leading the way for New Berlin West. You're watching Friday Night Rivals on My 24.
All your family went?
My grandpa was one of the first classes to ever graduate from there.
Really?
Yeah.
They do really good work there. Yeah.
Yeah?
My mom worked in the bookstore. Yeah. Yep. My wife.
My 24 has the stories that will leave you talking. Spill all the tea with the tantalizing tales of Maury, Karamo, Steve Wilkos, and Jerry Springer. Weekdays starting at 9 on My 24. Vikings with a 66-yard scoring drive, 14 plays, converted to 2 fourth downs on that drive. And Wesolowski capping it off with his second touchdown run of the game. Our scoring summary is brought to you by Milwaukee Building Trades, building communities and careers. Spivey will get a chance to return. It's across the 40 and across midfield, taking advantage of that penalty. So we'll take over across midfield. Each week we will highlight the best of the best with the Cousins Subs best play of the game. Cousins Subs, we believe in better. Lions desperately need a drive here. Late here in the third, down 28-7.
New quarterback in there.
Yeah.
Number 21, Josh Bonin.
Sophomore. His first snap tonight. He'll throw it up. Incomplete. Intended for Veely. Veely is slow to get up. Recall Jared Hall, the quarterback, got injured on that last series. Had to leave the game. You see the numbers on Bonin this year, 6 foot 185.
Yet another sophomore.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Single receiver to the near side is Spivey. The pitch to Gell. Pitch was short, is loose, he was leveled. Ball still on the field. Vikings recover. Wochuk. Haggerty blew it up. Haggerty got the fumble, I should say. Wochuk blew that play up. Second turnover of the game for the Lions.
Might be another candidate for hit of the game.
It could be. So the Vikings will take over at midfield. Their second takeaway tonight defensively. Ryan breaks it outside, still on his feet inside the 35-yard line. Brady Kopp finally chopped him down. They'll mark it at the 32. 18-yard pickup.
You can see
and another
Ryan
first
get
down.
that pad level down and just keep plowing. Dips himself, keeps going, driving.
Say both Ryan and Wesolowski, that low center of gravity when they run the ball. They've got that shoulder lean, keep it low. Can't teach it any better. This is Wesolowski picking his way through the middle, moving the pile forward inside the 30-yard line. And that will run out our third quarter clock here from New Berlin West High School. The Vikings trying to make it 2 in a row over the Lions. We'll head to the fourth quarter with the Vikings in front, 28-7. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Planet Fitness.
Yeah, he's okay.
28-7, Vikings on top of the Lions here in the battle for New Berlin. Vikings facing a 2nd down and 6 from the New Berlin Eisenhower 27.
Ball carried by number 13, Brad Zaginer. Tackled by
Ranger on the carry. Tommy Pera, who's had a pretty busy night there for the Lions defensively, making the stop.
It'll be 3rd down.
3rd and short.
Zaginer usually, is part of the defensive group, but getting his chance to carry the ball a little bit.
Wesolowski not going to get there. We shall see. Forward progress, perhaps. And indeed, they will give him that forward progress. Nolan Seidel, 8 tackles tonight up front for the Lions.
Well, offensive coordinator Ben Veit and head coach Ben Chosik have got to be very pleased with what they're seeing from the Vikings offense this evening.
Reiner to the 20, and that's it.
Carried by number 13, Brad Zaginer. Tackled by number 54, Tommy Pera.
Pera there on the stop.
2nd down.
Gain of about 1 sets up 2nd down and 9. Ryan breaks a tackle down to the 16-yard line. Ryan Kisting, the inside linebacker, making the stop. Brings up a 3rd down. Call it 6 here inside the Bryant and Stratton College red zone.
You can see West in no hurry. They just want to keep taking time off that clock. Very methodical.
Wesolowski will lead Ryan here. Brought down by Gell. Short of the 1st down. There is a penalty marker down.
Holding, 72, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
Owen Athos, the junior center, guilty of the hold. Will pull the ball back to the 27-yard line.
You don't know if Ben Veit would have a pass play put in here just to give teams scouting the Vikings something to think about. It wouldn't be done to try to rub anything in on Eisenhower. It's just, what's his mindset?
3rd and 16. Inside handoff this time. Brady Wojcik getting the carry. Brought down by Tommy Pera. Well shy of the 1st down, and let's see what they want to do here.
That's Wojcik's 2nd carry on the evening. If you're blocking all night, the coaches said, hey, you're in the backfield. And he's saying, but I'm really a guard, I guess.
Wyatt Doyle late to get into the huddle here. Fourth and 12 from the 22. Ryan wants to throw over the middle. Broken up, incomplete. Intended. Thank you. And the intended target, Tayson Martin and Brady Kopp in double coverage.
Well, hopefully Coach McGivern didn't go with fan duels or anything tonight on that bet for the over-under on passes now that we've hit 3 attempts. Am I correct on my checking with Andy Spitzer? Or 4 attempts, holy cow.
Tell you what, nice play by Martin. He just was going to slap that ball away and not allow the receiver to make the catch. A lot of times you're trying to go up and make the interception. He was just making sure the Vikings don't come down with the ball. Olschbach in there at quarterback. 3rd fumble of the game. And the Vikings have recovered all 3. Birch, his 2nd fumble recovery tonight.
Ball was recovered by number 34, Patrick Birch.
Again, problems on the exchange.
Also, football fans, a lost
Bonin brought in there
into the press box.
because of the injury to
Please come to the press box.
Jared Hall. 2nd time he's had problems with the exchange.
Jared Hall over on the bench across the way. You can see he's got that leg elevated.
Wesolowski bounces it outside. Takes it down to the 15-yard line. Klein and Kisting both there. 7.5 minutes to play.
Well, these sophomores that play such a prominent role for Eisenhower probably going to wake up tomorrow morning and say, boy, I was really in a tough physical game. But, Coach Kern's hoping this pays dividends in the future.
Wesolowski up the middle, breaking tackles to the 5.
Ball carried by number 6, Jack Wesolowski.
Feely and Para there on the stop. Coming up following the game, stay tuned for our United States Marine Corps Player of the Game, brought to you by the United States Marines. The few, the proud, the Marines. 1st and goal, Vikings from the 4. Get there or not, he was stopped shy. Inside the 1. Zaginer stopped short by Max Klein. He's had a busy night tonight. 6 tackles tonight for Klein.
The score really is indicative of how hard Eisenhower has played. I think you can be misled by seeing the numbers up on the scoreboard, but
well, three turnovers have hurt.
Oh.
Zaginer, touchdown, Vikings. Oh. There is a flag down. Illegal shift, I believe, against the Vikings.
Illegal motion on 33.
Might be on Wojcik. Let's see.
Illegal motion, offense, number 33. It's a 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Second and goal from the 6 is where they will spot this. In that single wing formation. Rainer stops shy.
Ball carried by number 13, Brad Zaginer.
Kisting was there to make the tackle.
By number 9, Ryan Kisting.
Lions playing hard right down to the last play. I give credit, Matt Kern and that team over there.
You know, we mentioned that the plays get signaled in from the sideline, but unlike some of the teams we see, none of the players are wearing a wristband. They know all the signals, including the linemen, for which play they're running.
4.5 minutes to go. 3rd and goal from the 4. To the end zone, touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings! Ball was carried in by number 48,
Sean Ryan, his 3rd touchdown tonight. They take advantage of the turnover. Some nice blocks to the outside. Jacob Tahiri on for the extra point. He's been perfect tonight. Kick is away, and it is good. 21 points off turnovers tonight, a 35-7 lead for West. We will take our break. Back with more fourth quarter action after this on My 24. Saturdays are going to be legendary as ACC football on the CW brings you action from the gridiron this Saturday at 1 as the Cadets of VMI bring the battle to the North Carolina State Wolfpack live on CW 18. 21 points off those 3 takeaways tonight have led the way here for the Vikings. Short field. Ryan with his 3rd touchdown, capping off that 5-play drive.
Kickoff goes out of bounds. By rule, it will be a penalty.
Once again to the sideline we go, and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, the captains of New Berlin West cheerleading squad, boy, these girls work really hard, and this has been fun. I've had a chance to talk to these guys for a while. Talk about this year's team. You're happy with them?
I love them. They're all so supportive of us, and I couldn't ask for a better team, honestly.
Hey, maybe going to UWM next year.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to UWM for nursing.
Okay, that's awesome. Hey, I didn't realize how much you guys work in the off season. You guys, it's almost year-round.
Yes, we end in the beginning of March, and then clinics start back up at the end of April. So it's like a full-time job.
Hey, Liberty University is what you're hoping.
Yes, I hope to cheer there and study early childhood education.
Man, that's awesome. The cheerleading group here at UWM at New Berlin West is in great hands with these guys. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Bonan's pass complete.
Tackle by number 32,
Easy there. Veely, I should say. Kopishki, Jonah Kopishki in there now, making the stop for the Vikings. Under 4 minutes to go. West on its way to its second straight victory over at Eisenhower. Questions concerning the quarterback position now for Ike going into next week's game against Tosa East. Spivey with a nice grab. Keeps his footing inside the 45-yard line. Nice pitch, nice grab. Jordan Morris with the tackle, but Vidal Spivey, the sophomore.
Very elusive out there.
Yes.
Making guys miss him. And
Correction, the pass was completed. Number 3, Vidal Spivey.
ooh, nice throw.
Yeah. Put it in a spot where his receiver could get it away from the defender. And a Best Electric first down into Viking territory. From the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Play fake, swings it outside. Nice play by Jake Veely inside the 40. Veely with a couple of grabs tonight. That's his 4th catch.
Mentioned a very good athlete, that he had played basketball on the varsity as a freshman last year, showing that he's got the moves on the football field as well.
Receivers here to the near side on 2nd and short. Bonin again looking to throw down the sideline. Back shoulder action, penalty marker down, intended for Veely. Cryer was there, we'll see.
Pass interference, defense, number 19. That 15-yard penalty is a first down.
One more look here. A strong throw, looking for Veely. He never got his head around the defender that time, just played the man, never looked for the ball. So with the penalty, 15 from the line of scrimmage, moves it inside the 25-yard line, and another first down here for Eisenhower. Bonin looking right, now back over the middle. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looking for Tayson Martin. Time now for our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. It was here in the second half. It was on this play, that missed pitch. Watch this. Look out. Big train coming over.
Mr. Wochuk made sure there was not going to be a fumble recovery by Eisenhower.
That is our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. 2nd and 10. Bonin with time, over the middle, had a man there, but threw it short. Intended for Brady Kopp. He was open, got behind Andrew Jones that time in coverage.
It'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10, stopping the clock with 2:18 to play. We mentioned Eisenhower's got a couple of home games coming up, Tosa East next week, and then it's Milwaukee Lutheran before closing out the season on the road against CMH and Pewaukee. Meanwhile, New Berlin West, they're going to go on the road the next 2 weeks, only to play CMH and at Pewaukee. Bonin swinging it out of the backfield, incomplete. Max Klein, the intended target.
You can see Bonin has to work on stepping into that throw. You know, once again, Jared Hall has gotten the majority of snaps, obviously, so far this season. So, you know, getting some experience. You can see that he does have a strong arm. Once again, you know, how do you work the experience so that you can start to develop better habits?
Again, Jared Hall injured in the second half here, has not returned. Trips here to the near side on 4th and 10. Lots of time for Bonin. Looking for Kopp, and it's broken up, incomplete. Elijah Gemage almost had the pick that time as he jumped the route in front of Kopp. so they'll turn it over on downs.
It'll be a turnover on downs.
And so the Vikings will begin the celebration here. 2 in a row over the Lions.
Well, you're looking for things you can point to. One of the things Eisenhower has to kind of be happy with, pretty good pass protection. And so, once again, you find things that you can build upon, get ready for that next game.
Cut down on the turnovers. That's got to be on the list, too. Things to build off of. Got to protect the football.
Ball carried by number 10, Jordan Morris.
Jordan Morris with our first carry tonight.
13, Dyson Martin.
Morris is sophomore, 5'10", 150. Brought down by Tayson Martin. Well, West will get its test here in the next 2 weeks. Over at Carroll University to take on CMH, and then at Pewaukee. Next two opponents, and breaking the neutral zone here on the near side.
Or dead ball, encroachment, defense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. It's still second down.
The result of the penalty will be first down Vikings.
Made some changes up front. Sophomore Xavier Santos in there now. Offensive lineman, 6'2", 275 as a sophomore. He's actually snapping the ball.
Ball carried by number 10, Jordan Morris.
Jordan Morris with the carry and just trying to run out the clock here.
By number 52,
Cameron Davis was there.
It'll be second down.
Davis making his first tackle tonight. As I said, the Lions now have to regroup. They get a couple of home games. Tosa East, Milwaukee Lutheran, so a chance to get better.
West moves to 3-0 in the conference. Very important for them and trying to get a playoff berth.
This was a big game for them because of the scheduling. There's 2 road games at CMH, at Pewaukee. Kind of a toss-up. You get to 3 wins now in conference, and that's going to help. Falk on the carry. Funk, 6'1", 160 sophomore.
Good enough for a Vikings first down.
We'll see if Ben Chosick calls off the Dogs here.
Coaches tell them just stay in the huddle. We're not going anywhere.
We're not doing anything, not going anywhere.
These guys know each other. You see them shaking hands.
Nice job. So it'll be a 35-7 victory for New Berlin West, their second straight in this rivalry. In a series that's been dominated by Eisenhower, coming in have won 5 of the last 7.
Oh, we can see the trophy. It's a helmet painted with one side with West colors, one side with Eisenhower's.
You see Matt Kern and Ben Chosick at midfield. Positive words of encouragement for both coaches. 35-7, West over Eisenhower. We'll step out, come back with our post-game report. Includes our Marine Corps Player of the Game and the presentation of the Champions Trophy. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Planet Fitness.
Coming here. Rich! Rich! Hey guys, come on up. Come on up some. Listen, we are not cable, so we're going to watch our language. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to our U.S. Marine Player of the Game. Talk to the U.S. Marine. I'll send it back to the boys.
35-7, Vikings over New Berlin Eisenhower, their second straight win in this series. They get to 3 conference wins on the year. Time now for our presentation for the United States Marine Corps Player of the Game Award. We go down to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, number 6, Jack Wazalowski had a great game. He really did. And I got to tell you, nothing better than beating New Berlin Eisenhower, right?
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about this year's team. You feel pretty good about it?
Oh, yeah, I like it. Shout out to my other running back, Sean Ryan. He did a good job tonight. Also, shout out to the linemen. I couldn't do without them.
Man, the linemen are good. They played awfully well today. Hey, offensively, obviously you guys don't throw too much, but I'll tell you this. When I'm watching you guys play offense, I think the defense has really confused you as the ball a lot of the times until you get about to that second level.
Yeah, we try to mix it up and not confuse the defense a little bit and make sure they don't know where the ball is.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I'll tell you what, you got to love the kid like this. Tough kid, carries the ball as much as he can, wants to carry the ball, and if he doesn't have the ball, he's blocking for somebody. Perfect for a U.S. Marine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, doesn't take a play off. Gave a lot of accolades to a team. They set conditions for you to make the play, and you made the plays. So well done, young man.
That's awesome. Jack, congratulations. Thanks. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Jack Wazalowski is our player of the game. And here's why. 25 carries tonight for 145 yards, but also this, 4 tackle for losses tonight.
That's kind of gave him the nod over Ryan. The fact, Sean Ryan had an excellent game. He also plays both ways. But Jack not only carrying the ball, but stopping the other team from carrying the ball.
That's the first of 2 touchdowns tonight. Had this nice run as well. Again, 25 carries, 145 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Then on the defensive side, 4 tackle for losses as the defensive end.
What an excellent tandem they have there in both those backs.
Our United States Marine Corps Player of the Game, Jack Wazalowski. Champions Trophy. Mike, what you got?
So, guys, I picked a couple guys to hold trophies. 54 because I interviewed a cheerleader and said 54 is my favorite. And this kid here, because, man, he's about as tough as they come, I can tell you that. Coach, when we talked before, you said, man, I love these guys. They work really hard. They play for each other. They trust each other. And, man, I like our offensive line. And you're right, really impressed with them.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. We had a little adversity in the first half. There's no panic at halftime. Just kept working their butts off, took advantage of the opportunities we had in the second half.
Coach, a couple of big weeks for you. Celebrate this one. I know I've known you a long time. You're going to celebrate for about 20 minutes, and then you're thinking about CMH. You know what? This was a really good time for us to be here. Really great crowd, really fun people, and your team is good. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to the next couple of weeks, but we're definitely going to take at least a half an hour tonight.
Hey, 48 whispered it, and he said, hey, tell my coach I want to throw the ball 30 times a game. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Hey, guys, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way. Boys, back to you. Let me get out.
The Vikings celebrate with a pair of trophies, obviously the Series Trophy, Eisenhower Viking Trophy, and the Champions Trophy. 35-7. The Vikings on top of the Lions. We'll be back with our Cousin Sub's best play of the game and a final word from New Berlin West right after this on My 24. Yep. 35-7. The Vikings officially have a win streak in this series now, 2 in a row over New Berlin Eisenhower. Let's take a look at tonight's Cousins Subs best play of the game. And it was a backbreaker. 4th down and 6. And who do they go to but our Marine Corps player of the game, Jack Wesolowski, able to convert with authority.
You see Brian leading the way through the play. What a great combination.
That is our Cousins Subs best play of the game. Cousins Subs, we believe in better. And we want to thank all the sponsors who bring you Friday Night Rivals each and every week. Gruber Law Offices, Planet Fitness, Best Electric Service, LifeLock, West Bend Insurance, Bryant and Stratton College, Cousins Subs, Uplift, Wisconsin, Liuna Local 113, Carthage College, Wendy's, the United States Army, Milwaukee Building and Construction Trades Council, the Milwaukee Admirals, and the United States Marines. 35-7 West over Eisenhower. Final word.
Well, you look at West, what they do it well. You can see why they have confidence in it. And you can look at Eisenhower and say, young, but they're learning and they're hanging in there. So moving forward, have to see how it plays out these last 4 games.
Don't forget tonight's game will replay on My24 Saturday at 1:30. Then tune in next Friday night for a Metro Conference matchup with the Lake Country Lutheran Lightning and Martin Luther. That should be an exciting matchup. We will have that for you next Friday night at 7 here on My24. For Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser, Andy Spitzer, our statistician, saying good night from New Berlin West. In the rivalry for National Avenue goes to the Vikings, 35-7. Good night, everyone.